Good old Disney. It never gets old, ladies and gentlemen, talking about what Disney loves to do. Disney now officially has come out and given us yet another reason to laugh at their failure as an animated studio or as a studio in general, really, when you think about it at the end of the day. We have an article here from Bounding Into Comics that says apparently Disney has confirmed that the live action The Little Mermaid inspired animated series Ariel, which we did talk about in a video prior, will apparently also race swap not only Little Mermaid and keep that the way it was, but it's also going to race swap King Triton and Ursula, because apparently King Triton and Ursula need to be race swapped as well. Everybody's getting race swapped in this animated TV series. So we're gonna get into this article, guys, from Bounding Into Comics. But of course, if you're new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. So it says Disney has revealed their upcoming Disney's Juniors Ariel will feature race swaps of both King Triton and the fan favorite villainous Ursula. Now, why they race swapping Ursula, I have no freaking clue. I would imagine that Ursula would be the one that didn't need to be race swapped, considering already how she looked in the animated series, as you can see here in this photo. But apparently they need to go one step further so that everybody gets the message. You know what I'm saying? So it says this change, as ostensibly inspired by the company's similar diversifying of Ariel in their recent live-action remake of The Little Mermaid, was first revealed by Disney during their August 18 Disney Junior and Friends Playdate event. Now, just a quick note, it was pretty obvious, in my opinion, that after the race swapping of Ariel in the live-action film, it was only a matter of time that if they did any animated version of that film based in that world, that, yeah, the race swapping was going to continue. I didn't believe that white Ariel was ever going to make a return. Disney cannot make an animated white Ariel and expect people to not say something. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this is pretty obvious that this was going to happen. Now, there was a princess, like 5 Disney princess film that was animated that I did a video on prior that apparently kept all the original white characters. So I thought that was pretty hilarious that in today's world, they kept Snow White as white, they kept Ariel as white. All the original characters were the skin colors that they were, and now this particular show is going to have race swapped everything. So I don't know what Disney's doing at the end of the day, but I do think that something based specifically in The Little Mermaid, because the other film about the Disney princesses was based not just in one particular world, but this one is based in The Little Mermaid. So I think they're obviously going to keep doing what they're doing in terms of race swaps. So it says, unveiling the first official members of the series cast, president of Disney Branded Television, A.O. Davis, announced that Ariel will be voiced by mixed-ish star Michelle Harris. King Triton will be voiced by Murder in the First star Taye Diggs, and Ursula by Glee star Amber Riley. Alongside these casting details, AO also released new concept art for both Diggs and Riley's respective characters. And while it was previously known that Ariel herself would be race swapped for this new animated series, these pieces of concept art provided confirmation that both her father and her arch nemesis would be following suit. Now, this is the picture that I put up earlier in a video prior about race swapped Ariel. Again, pretty obvious that this was going to happen. I do find it interesting that they decided to keep the original flounder, but they of course race swapped Ariel. That was going to happen. It was only a matter of time. They want these kids to see themselves, obviously, and I guess the Little Mermaid movie wasn't enough since the movie bombed, so they want to make sure that people get their animated version so that more kids can see it on Disney+. So it says, as shared by the Disney branded TV PR account, after being race swapped from white to Hispanic with Javier Bardem's casting in the House of Mouse's 2023 The Little Mermaid remake, King Triton will once again undergo such a change and be portrayed as Black King of the series' Caribbean-inspired Atlantica. Notably, unlike his predecessor, Diggs' version of the aquatic ruler will wear a shorter beard and a haircut than any of his predecessors. Oh, shit. This is so obviously an agenda at this point. I mean, it's been obvious for a long time. I don't know of anybody that can deny this at this point, but again, here we are, right? So they completely changed his look, obviously, right? King Triton's look is going to change completely, and they want to make it accurate to Black people, of course, so they give him a certain hairstyle and make him on his way. Now, the funny thing is, I do find it ironic that they couldn't do this in the movie. I thought they were going to do this in the live-action movie, and when they came out with Javier, that was very interesting to me, but I guess they needed to check a couple of boxes to make sure that they were fully covered. But in the animated show, this makes more sense considering that Ariel is Black in the show. So I do see why they did this, but at this point, it's just hilarious to me. Now, Ursula, I don't know what race Ursula is. Let's find out about that because I'm curious what's going on with her, considering who she was, and she was purple skin. So it says, likewise, where the purple-skinned Ursula, as iconically portrayed by the late actress Pat Carroll, once carried herself with an aura of calculated, manipulative arrogance, Riley will voice a version of the villain who is prettier, slimmer, and friendlier than ever before. Sporting a violet dress as body, gold accessories, and elegantly styled hair, this latest iteration of Ursula looks more like a church-going, middle-aged version of Riley than the iconic Sea Witch. What the hell is this? Who is this? Why are you doing this? Oh my God, man. This is probably the this is the most insulting one I think I've ever seen by far. Like King Triton, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But like Ursula, why are you doing this, man? Like you got rid of her purple skin and you just gave her a purple dress / form, whatever the case may be. This is crazy stuff. I can't, man. I can't. This is hilarious. When the series was announced, Disney emphasized that throughout the series, the multicultural diversity of the Caribbean is highlighted through the music, food, festivals, fashion, language, and folklore. Dr. Patricia Saunders, professor of English and Hemispheric Caribbean Studies and director of graduate studies at the University of Miami and author of 2 books, serves as cultural consultant on the series. Why do you need a cultural consultant? The company detailed Sean Skeet, chair of Berklee College of Music's Ensemble Department, is a Caribbean music consultant. Despite less than seaworthy race swap live-action remake barely survived the global box office, Disney is continuing to dive deeper into milking their latest cash grab. According to box office tracking outlet The Numbers, the Little Mermaid live-action remake film made a total of $561 million worldwide. While this take seems impressive on its face, the film has reported budget of approximately $250 million. Giving consideration to the generally accepted rule of thumb that a film's true budget, marketing included, can be roughly estimated by doubling its production budget, The Little Mermaid's actual costs come out to about $500 million, meaning the live-action remake is roughly breaking even. That's not even true, though. Bounding into comics, that's not true at all. Ladies and gentlemen, they made $560 million worldwide. They don't get to keep all of that money. I don't understand why Bounding into Comics didn't realize that. They don't get to keep all of that money. So they made $561 million in the box office. When you cut that money in half, roughly, give or take, because the movie theaters have to take their cut, now you realize that it only made about $270 some odd million, which is barely past the budget. And then once you include marketing, you realize how much the movie actually flopped. But even if you take away marketing, the movie barely skated past its budget when you account for its cut from the movie theater. So I don't know why Bounding into Comics skipped that part, but that's a big part that you have to realize when it comes to movies like this, because they're speaking from a standpoint of a fan, right? Like fans say all the time, oh, the movie made $560 million. It's a massive success. So you mean to tell me they get all the money? They get 100% of the profits from the movie theaters. Like, you guys don't realize how that works. So no, the movie was not a success in the slightest. That's pretty much obvious to anybody who understands the numbers and knows what's going on. But at the end of the day, this is not about money, okay? This is about a message. They want to race swap all these characters. And I'm almost positive there's going to be other race swaps in this animated TV show. I mean, listen, it's a kid's show. I don't really give a shit at the end of the day. I just find it hilarious and I love to make fun of it because Disney is so desperate to use black people as caricatures that they want to throw them up and say, hey, we're not racist. Look, we made another show. Look, we race swapped this. Look, we did this. It's an obvious virtue signal that for some reason is going past so many people's heads because they want to say, oh, it's a kid's show. It doesn't matter. No, it does matter, because if it didn't matter, they wouldn't have race swapped it in the first place. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.